Excellent condition, boy. Okay. I think this was good. Like the such.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were gonna throw something at me.
Ni que fuera tan violento.
Kind of are.
Really.
A little bit.
On the soccer
Little bit.
on the soccer pitch. Holy. ¿Qué dices? Did you ever watch Sábado Gigante?
Sometimes.
Did you ever watch any game shows in Spanish? Like Family
100
Feud?
mexicanos
100
dijeron.
mexicanos dijeron. ¿Cómo se llama el vato? Marco Antonio.
Se ve el que se
He-
parecía al pinche doctor de las chicas superpoderosas.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Marco Antonio Regil.
Yeah. That's
Ese
exactly
vato-
what he
ese-
looked like.
That was from TJ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Professor Utonio.
Burbuja.
You watched it in Spanish.
Bellota. Bombón. Juntas son las chicas superpoderosas.
What was Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice in Spanish? Like the intro. Sugar,
Oh,
Spice, and everything
azúcar.
nice.
Look it up.
These were the
Look it up in Spanish on YouTube. It's on there.
Chemical X. This is here.
Just pause the music. Las chicas superpoderosas.
Superpoderosas.
Intro. You never seen it? You never seen the intro in Spanish?
I have. I just
Azúcar, flores
flores y muchos
y
colores.
muchos colores.
Yeah.
Estos fueron los ingredientes
Ingredientes.
elegidos para crear a la niñita perfecta.
First of all, this dude was trying to create
Yeah.
one perfect little girl.
Pero el profesor Utonio agregó accidentalmente otro ingrediente a la fórmula.
It does look like Marco.
La sustancia X. Y así nacieron las chicas superpoderosas con sus ultra superpoderes Bombón, Burbuja y Bellota. Dedican su vida a combatir el crimen y las fuerzas del
Like,
mal.
look, dude,
Dun,
This was
dun, 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 dun.
a dope show that was not for us, but it was.
Yeah.
Like, all power to. Wait, some of the best villains. Mojo Jojo is Mojo Jojo.
Sí, güey.
Him, literally the devil in a tutu.
Yeah.
Like, qué pedo, güey. What were we watching, bro?
Las chicas
Superpoderosas.
You know what? Good. I like that. All the new ones though suck.
I don't pay attention.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. Until Professor
All these-
Utonio
all
added
these
an extra
remakes.
ingredient.
I'll just,
Chemical X.
I never watched it in English. Never in my life, and I don't want to.
Really?
Never. Don't want to either.
I don't like the voices
Like,
in Spanish.
Barney, nunca lo vi en inglés.
Hola, amigos. Soy Barney. Te quiero yo y tú. I never watched it in
Oh, I
Spanish.
knew all the like mock songs to this song.
Somos una familia
Barney es
feliz.
un dinosaurio que fuma marihuana.
Ah,
Cuando se hace grande se echa nos invita una caguama. As a kid, you're singing that. You don't even
Oh,
know.
I mean,
You don't
yeah.
even know what you're singing. Oh man. Ugh, gross.
That's why I mute myself on like you.
Well, I
Put it on the request line. Is that you?
yeah. Ahorita
Let's do
se
this.
meten, compa. You shared the link, no? I'm like, oh, we're live now.
Ya
Que la gente pues trabaja
trabajadora.
a las 9 de la tarde, de la noche.
Hey, Scooter.
Oh, hey, Scooter.
I really thought somebody put the air out of my tire.
Yeah, that was pretty sketchy.
I heard like punctures.
Yeah, no, I heard it too. Dude. That's why I was like, I'll go out with you. Let's see.
Because you were there. See, I'm the crazy person, and you should. This is terrible to do. You're never supposed to take a weapon out. Sea lo que sea, like whatever goes down, even if you have to, if you hit somebody, it's like assault with a deadly weapon. So don't do that. But because you were there, you were the deadly weapon.
Oh, you would have thrown me?
No, you would have taken care of business.
No way, Jose.
Have you got no way? Have you been in a fight? I've asked you this before.
I've never been in a fight. Like I push people around and stuff, but never had to pow. La neta, yo estoy esperando que alguien me ponga una madriza. Estoy bien cagapalos. Like, even growing up high school, I talk so much shit. But then someone gets mad, and I'm like, hey, use your words.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, tranquilo, viejo.
Ladies, what are we doing here? You ready, boys?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it started. Bow, bow.
These dudes
Who are these?
younger than your age
Who are these
right
guys?
now. Los fabulosos Cadillacs.
Los fabulosos Cadillacs.
Los Moonlights. There's
Ugh.
nobody listening that would ever get that. And if there is, there's not.
No, there's no way.
All right, boys.
Let's get it started. All right.
Get it started. Let's get it started. Ah,
Copyright.
everybody, get stupid. Amigos, amigas, chiquillos. That's the Spanish
That's
version.
the Spanish one.
Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 104. Almost to 2 years of doing Two Balls and a Mic. We're almost there. Technically, it's 2 years of episodes. So
of
congratulations, us. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Premier League. Manchester United last-minute winner. Martial off to Sevilla. Chelsea beat Tottenham. We give them a paliza. We're going to go ahead and get into that a little bit. City dropped some points. Liverpool lying about COVID cases. What's going on, Jurgen? We're also going to talk World Cup qualifier, Mexico call-up list. They have a game on Thursday. What are we going to expect? Some of the players that are coming in, some missing players, 4 goalkeepers for some reason. The USA also did call-ups. They play against Canada. They'll get 4 points. Then we're going to go ahead and cover NFL playoffs. We have the overtime rule. Should it go out in the greatest weekend of football? Your Rams are now moving on to face 49ers, divisional rivals. Then the Bengals face the Kansas City Chiefs in that matchup. Congratulations, Corbin. He got his Myles Garrett jersey that he won from Two Balls and a league.
He could have had a Rams jersey.
You got to have a Rams jersey. Thank you once again for everybody who participated. I'm also going to go on a 2-minute rant, 2 to 3 minute rant on Barry Bonds not making it into the Hall of Fame for Major League Baseball. Something that I'm going to explain to you in a way that you will
you're gonna have to dumb it
you
down.
will have a thought.
You're gonna have
You will have a thought on it, and based on what you say, you as a pure sports enjoyer, you'll be able to understand like.
I'm just gonna piss you off.
Yes,
whatever I have to say.
You'll piss off the listeners. It's fine.
That's what I love to do.
Anyway, we do want to say thank you for the response for two things. The San Diego Loyal 2 balls ileal. Episode 2 has dropped earlier this week, so check that out. Completely in Spanish. Shorter episode, but it's okay. Talking about, again, the Charlie announcement. Thank you, Andrew Vasiliadis, the chairman and owner of San Diego Loyal, on joining us last week. Fun fact about that interview, if you listened to the interview with Andrew Vasiliadis and yours truly, 2 balls and a mic, El Chiva Tony, at El Chiva 97, at, I don't know why I'm getting so good at promoting ourselves, at _ Tony Sanchez, Canchez on Twitter. If you listened to that interview, you were one listen of many. One of those other listens was the man we just interviewed about 20 minutes ago. We have a nice little packaged interview coming to you guys. We had somebody who I don't think we've heard a lot of on any other type of like podcasts here in San Diego.
They've written articles about him.
Yeah, the articles are on there. The Comeback King, the King of Fresno, E3, Elijah Martin. So look forward to that.
That's why we're wearing the same stuff.
That's if you
from
go
that
back
video. So
we were thinking about, should we change it, should we not? You're cold.
Dude,
so
it's cold. Dude.
Again,
I don't want to have to buy a heater.
Elijah Martin joining us later this week. The interview's already in the can, so go check that out. We have
Shout out to Elijah for joining us.
Other stuff in the works. In any case, was there anything about to congratulate? I mean, we'll just touch on it. Congratulations, Chavo was officially recognized. Supporter group. Shout out to the locals. They're having their memberships renewals.
I couldn't join. It was during the Rams game.
During the Rams game. Very important time for you.
Mm-hmm.
But
very, very important.
In any case, that's pretty much San Diego Loyal.
Someone's asking for more AFCON coverage. We got you.
Or AFCON coverage. That's actually something that we're going to get into a little bit. There was a clip that you Oh, what's up, Eric? Oh, what's up? Bikes, says Carl. Another.
Eric, is that the boy?
Oh, that's the boy.
That
I've
place?
never known a man to drink so much Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's him then.
Yeah, like
cool.
99% Coca-Cola. I don't know how he does it. It's impressive how. I again do not recommend, but it is what it is. Shout out to you, fellow Chelsea supporter.
619 Soccer. Shout out, man.
Yes.
Shout out 619 Soccer. He has been helping us with thumbnails and pictures that you have recently seen for videos. All 619 Soccer. Props to him. You know, he's doing a great job helping us out with that. Honestly, appreciate the shit out of you, bro.
100%. And obviously, shout out to our shout out. Half of their episode was on 2 balls and a mic in Espanol. Darren and Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Shouted us out for a little bit. So shout out to you guys, local.
I want to make this clear in English.
Yeah.
English. Because I said it in Spanish already yesterday.
2 balls ileal.
At no point did we say San Diego Loyal hired us to do 2 balls ileal.
I'm down for it, though. I'm not
closing
any doors.
If you guys are down, hit us up.
Aquí estamos.
You have our numbers. You have our email.
I mean, the episode starts with my Vicente Fox. Amigos, amigas, chiquillos, chiquillas.
I mean,
y gente de la nación de San Diego Loyal.
No speaking English. Hey.
Well, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. You gotta learn.
For this episode, you gotta learn.
This is Latin America and America. You gotta know both at this point. But yeah, so
all right, man. Enough of shout. Let's get started. Let's start out with the Premier League. Now, yeah, that's the wrong song. We're in an international break now, right? And for some people, they hate it. Some people love it. I personally, I like it. Not when it's a whole week. I feel like now that it's 3 games, like for Mexico, I'm like, 2 was fine. But anyways, Premier League happened. And boy, oh boy, Tony, did Manchester United. Like, I had a weekend of heart attacks.
Yeah.
When it came to my sports teams. And we'll start out with Manchester United. They ended up beating West Ham United, who, technically speaking, was a top 4 team in the Premier League table before this game. And, you know, Oh, hey. Oh, is that one of those mute that you
Yeah,
can do?
you get that. Sorry, my bad. That was
They ended up getting a literally last second winner by Marcus Rashford, who hadn't scored in a while. So shout out to Marcus Rashford if he ever sees this episode. But yeah, I mean, you could tell what it meant to Cavani. You can tell he ended up getting that assist, and they needed this win, man. They needed it. They haven't been playing their best, and literally it was the last few seconds, man. And as a Man U fan, this just... I hope this doesn't get copyrighted, Tony.
that's why I took it down immediately.
Yeah.
You can listen to it.
Boom. Like, man. Literally 20 seconds. 20 seconds, Tony. This is how bad we are right now. We're struggling, man. And
To be
but
fair-
Man U is known to do this type of stuff in their history. So,
To be fair, if we look back at West Ham, right? You know, you're not talking about West Ham of past. This isn't your grandma's Premier League. You have, Premier League that is pretty tight. You have some teams that are still up there, like Brighton, Wolves, Leicester. Now that's like top mid-table. But West Ham is in 5th place. So it was 4 against 5. It was
Yeah.
4 against 5. It was going to be a good game. West Ham is one of those teams that usually plays whoever they're playing. They play up to their competition.
oh, yeah, they do. And so do a lot of Premier League teams all
yeah,
the time. We see
100%.
it all the time where a 17-place team just happened to be the top 14. It happens a lot. Also, De Gea, man.
De
He
Gea
is in the
a
conversation
wall.
of being one of the greatest goalkeepers Manchester United has ever had. And the argument is being made.
Van der Sar.
He is number 3 on most clean
Barthez.
sheets for Manchester United. He
Yeah.
already passed Van der Sar in clean
No,
sheets.
100. Yeah,
So
no, definitely.
the
definitely.
argument is Peter Schmeichel, Van der Sar are the GOATs for Manchester United when it comes on goal. People are arguing that, if he is in the team, if he wins us another Premier League or another Champions League, then you could technically say he's literally the greatest goalkeeper that Manchester United has ever had. This is really the one goalkeeper that I'm like, since I was teenager and up to now, like he's
been
the
there
goalkeeper.
for a while. Yeah,
And people doubted him when he first got signed by Ferguson.
because he had the shadow of Casillas. And I say
Ah.
Casillas because
Mm-hmm.
he was coming in and he was a starlet. Who's this young kid? He's really good. He's gonna fulfill his potential. He's
Yeah, for
competing
Spain.
against Courtois, who's the number 2 at Atletico at that point.
Yeah.
Well, he won't. He with Chelsea. So De Gea has been there for a while. He's been a top goalkeeper, but Casillas being there, he was always that number 2. Like
Mhm.
he wasn't even compared with other players in the Premier League because even you had Czech, right? He was still in his prime.
Yeah.
By that time, De Gea was pretty young. But at the end of the day, De Gea has been important. He had a very, very poor last season. He was struggling. He was struggling.
So ever since what was it, 2018 World Cup?
hmm
Is that the one where he got to start, if I'm not mistaken, or 2014? Either one of those. But he had a pretty bad World Cup with Spain, and that morale just kind of shut him down. Again, he could have had more experience before, and this was the first World Cup that he actually became the goalkeeper for Spain,
Mhm.
and that morale, that confidence just kind of came down on him, and that's as a goalkeeper yourself, you need to play confident.
No, yeah, and especially in some of the goals that were going in last season, like
Yeah.
it was painful to any goalkeeper. Like that's one thing. Like any goal that goes in, and I'm like, pobrecito, like this poor guy. I feel for them, even if it's an opponent. It's just like the trade comes before the team at that point. But some of the goals that De Gea was letting in, it's just like, who is this guy? Like, is this guy? Is that it? He what is he? He is, how old is he? He was born. He's 31.
Yeah.
So 31 again
Goalkeeper
into
prime?
that prime. Yeah, into that prime. 30, 31, 32, 33 now is that good time for a goalkeeper. I see that has sticking around and Manchester United.
I sure
for
hope so, because
a
this
good
guy.
3-4 years at least, and then maybe talks of somebody replacing him or going somewhere
You've
else.
heard me say this before. De Gea is still a top 5 goalkeeper.
At some point, he wasn't.
At some
Let's
point he
admit.
wasn't, but right
At
now,
some point, he wasn't. We were
right
saying
now
he was,
this
but he wasn't.
season, he is a top 5 goalkeeper.
I have to agree right there. Again, who do we have in the world? Edouard Mendy still up there, and
Yeah.
even then, he's still very
made
much
some
underrated
mistakes.
because he's
Yeah.
like, where did this guy come from? But he's there. He deserves it. Who else?
Yeah.
You don't say Oblak, not anymore.
I mean, would you put him in the
Courtois?
top 5? Courtois, he's playing pretty good.
It's playing all right.
Like about Atletico Madrid, you can't really say Courtois, right? Like the
Neuer?
defeats that they've had. Neuer, Bayern's playing good.
It's not Ter Stegen.
No, Ter Stegen is having
he's
a
on his way
horrible
out.
season.
He's on his way out of Barcelona from right
So,
here.
some team, he's not a bad goalkeeper, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He wants to copy a lot of Neuer's style, right?
Mhm.
And at one point, you could pretty much say when Neuer was hurt, okay, Ter Stegen is literally, he's what the head to Casillas, in a way.
Yeah, in a way, but I mean Neuer is his own thing.
Es otro pedo ese compa.
But yeah, so in the Premier League, that's what went down. Last minute winner for Manchester United,
Also,
putting them
for Manchester United, Martial is on his way out now. He's
in
officially at Sevilla. He's on loan. They agreed to pay his salary for the remaining of the season, which is a lot of money. Like, this guy was getting paid a lot of money. And now the question is, as a Mexican, you got to always ask, hey, what about Tecatito? Like, are they going to use Martial as a 9? Tecatito took the 9. And you got to wonder, right, where is Tecatito going to play? Is he going to play on top? Is he going to play as a winger? Is the Martial going to play as a winger?
That 9. Did they give him that 9 a little too early? Again, it is a loan.
It is.
So are you gonna give the number? Would you have given number 9 to a loan? Maybe
if it was
Falcao?
available.
Falcao, he wasn't alone. Falcao played for Chelsea. Like,
Falcao played for Man U and Chelsea.
It's so wild. Like the list of players of strikers for Chelsea that you just kind of forget. Hernan Crespo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's Higuain.
I mean,
And he was there for a while.
that's
Couple
true.
Years. Higuain was there
very true.
for like a solid couple of years.
Morata?
Season 2. Morata.
Who's linked to Barcelona now?
Shout out to Barcelona.
Well,
They're
speaking of
getting it
Chelsea,
done. Chelsea,
you guys had a
Chelsea.
pretty big game this weekend.
We did have a big game against crosstown rivals, Tottenham. It was a fantastic match in which everybody knew what was going to happen going in. It was not going to be pretty.
Tottenham's not the same team anymore, man.
They're not. Tottenham going in with Antonio Conte, the only manager to lose against Tottenham in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge, coming back, stomping into old territory. But it was a good match because at the beginning it was like, all right, they have a shot. You know, they have Bergwijn who's inspired. He's gonna be coming back, and it's the Harry Kane of old, and he loves Spurs, and he's gonna stay. And Lloris just signed another contract. Like, this is gonna be for a while. Lucas Moura just climbing on Stewart and celebrating and shoving him. Like, this Tottenham coming back, and Chelsea just had to show him who Papi was.
A brace for Chelsea, and a shutout, like clean sheet for Mendy. Another clean sheet.
Well, it wasn't for Mendy actually,
Oh, who
because
played
Mendy is in the AFCON.
That's
African Cup of
right.
Nations, something that we're going to definitely talk about in a little bit. So Kepa Arrizabalaga was actually starting goalkeeper. I don't like.
It's
Kepa. I've never
wild that
liked
he's
Kepa.
still in that team.
It's crazy. Like
Ever since he did that to Sarri,
he was going to be number 2. He's number 2 behind De Gea. He was going to be that next guy. Up and coming, and he was actually the highest paid, the highest, most valued goalkeeper when Chelsea bought him. But now he's a number 2 because we found Eduard Mendy, and he fits a little bit better.
I thought Mendy was younger. He's what, 30?
No,
30,
he's up there in age actually. Like, I thought he was younger too when he first came in. But definitely a good game. Lukaku.
I told you
again,
he was gonna be trash. I told you from the get-go.
Look. Lukaku is out there. He's trying his best. It's just not working out for him. The confidence isn't there. He was on a trajectory to go up and be that striker, be that guy, but he just wasn't.
Yes, what?
That's not besides the point. That Sky Sports put that interview out at a very unfortunate time.
He did that interview at a very unfortunate time.
No, it was actually a couple months before it actually was released.
He
It was
still
kind
did
of
the interview.
He did the interview, but different times. He was injured during that time. There was a lot of downtime. You know, you're stuck in your mind. I guess he's still trapped in there. Anyway, Lukaku was pretty much a non-factor in this game. But I do have to give commend. There's a couple players. Kovacic is playing really well. He scored that fantastic goal a couple matches ago. But I do have to say that Hakim Ziyech.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, ese vato.
He was a
he's
player that anywhere he went
something
to,
else.
any team that picked him up, ooh,
And
perfect buy.
Yeah, no, like his goal was just perfectly placed. You have pretty much the ball outside of the box. He goes to his preferred left foot, hits it, nice little curler, 1, 2, 3, goes around 3 Tottenham defenders. Nothing for Lloris to do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Nothing for Lloris to do. I mean,
and that's what CJ does, dude. Like he's been doing that with Ajax.
es un maldito mago. He's a
Yeah,
magician,
straight
bro.
up, dude.
Like he has a touch.
I think he's very underrated.
Incredibly underrated.
Yeah.
And if you were to play him in the middle,
And the thing with CJ is he consistent though?
he's not. He's had a couple of injuries, and he's playing again in a team where you have, Timo Werner, who's put on the wing sometimes.
Did you see the meme where it said, "Oh, look at Lukaku still trying to injure his players, jumping on top of them with that
pobrecito.
celebration."
And then I was talking to somebody about my loathing, my distaste of John Obi Mikel. I don't like him, right?
Yeah.
You know why?
Because he plays amazingly in his.
In his role, it's just the most boring games of all time. Because when Mourinho,
But then he
it
plays
was
like
2-0.
striker.
No, I mean, no, that's fine. I love
his
him
country.
as a center attacking midfield for the Nigerian Eagles his
Yeah.
national team. I love him in that type of role. But at any point, it was one of those things where whenever John Obi Mikel went on the field, you knew the game was just, the decibels just going to go down. It's going to be the most boring technical match. And then same thing, they redid that with Conte. It was a good match. It was a good 2-0. They throw in Conte in there and just kill it. Just kill the game. Just stomp it out. Like
Conte does what he does best, right?
He does what he does, dude.
Like, is he top 5?
I mean, according to
in
all
the
the
mids, like
yeah,
in the last ever would you put in top 5? I probably would.
center mids, just center mids.
Just
right?
center mids. I mean,
We're talking about Zidane.
I'm talking center defensive mids.
Center defensive mids. Center defensive mids. I'd say
like
yeah.
easily, right? You got Edson Alvarez. You got
and Busquets.
Busquets is up there for sure.
Legendary. Who else would be on there?
Oh man, you got players from behind. Like that position didn't get as appreciated as it is now. Just because it was a common role for a center mid, right?
Now I'm really trying to think who's that center defensive. Makelele.
Yeah. So before, I feel like it wouldn't be as hey, vas a ser tú el contención, no tanto, And
Yeah.
now it's more of a.
It's an
important role.
Yeah, no,
straight
it's
up.
an art form and Charlie Adams.
Charlie Adams is up there? Colin Martin.
He's more of a center mid, just the both ways, 2 ways.
Yeah.
I see. In any case,
What's up with Liverpool? I want to talk about Jurgen Klopp. This dude, like, they did the investigation and they
Yeah.
concluded that some of those tests didn't even have to be sent because they were unnecessary. They didn't have to test, and they lied about some positive tests. And that game against Arsenal could have happened, and he did all this because he doesn't have Salah and Mane.
So the African Cup of Nations is going on, and yeah, he doesn't have 2 of his best players on the field, and he was going to play against Arsenal. Though, why are you so worried about that?
I mean, Arsenal's been in pretty good form lately, and
they're
they're building a pretty nasty squad. I'm not gonna lie, but just because Jurgen Klopp is one of the most loved coaches of all time. But had that been Mourinho, imagine had that been Mourinho. Oh man,
I do not speak because I get fined.
the media would have been on his ass, bro.
If I speak, I get in trouble.
But this guy does this, and nobody's batting an eye, saying, "Oh, what a disgrace." Dude, you lie about
It's a
some
disgrace.
COVID stuff, any other job, you get fired.
That needs to be put on.
This is
here.
ridiculous,
It's a
man. Like,
disgrace.
oh man, and I have some friends that are Liverpool fans, and they're like, "Oh, this is genius,
Well,
tactical."
Well, there's your first mistake, having friends.
Straight up. I mean, I need to cut them off, maybe.
You don't need friends other than me.
I don't know about Chelsea friends either. Like,
But yeah, so again, it's a travesty what's going on. In the last 10 days, The Athletic has been able to establish the following. Liverpool decided to send their players for precautionary PCR testing in the laboratory called blah, 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 blah. Liverpool requested the postponement before knowing the results from this additional round, just in case they were all going to test positive, which they assumed. In this day and age, everybody's aware of PCR antigen tests and this. Like, it's a Bible for you and I.
Yeah.
Like, more for you. Positive results returned with 13 players. There were erroneous tests. Some Liverpool players were unhappy and frustrated. They were unable to play in 2 games and were forced into isolation away from families to wait, despite not having COVID-19.
This guy, I've always praised Club, but ever since he started whining and crying about, oh, Man United, you get so many penalties. One, we don't get that many penalties anymore after that. Coincidence? I think not. But then he doesn't complain when he gets his penalties, and they get a lot of penalties as well. I'm not going to lie. But, again, I'm just salty that Liverpool has a chance at fighting for the title. If Man City let go, I mean, they dropped 2 points already with this tie. So
if you look at the table right now,
they're down 9 points.
Man City with 57 points, and said 9 points
with 1 game in hand.
1 game in hand. Chelsea 1 point away from second place, so they're still in it.
You guys are 2 games ahead though.
Manchester Liverpool. United 4th place is probably you guys' aim at this point.
No, we have the potential to pass Chelsea. I mean, you guys have had. This was your first win in what, like 5 games? You guys tied like 5 straight
Chelsea
games?
hadn't won until this last Tottenham game was the first game won.
Yeah, you guys have been in pretty poor form.
Boxing Day hadn't won since Boxing Day.
Yeah, so this is technically you guys' first win in the Premier League of the year.
Technically, yeah.
I mean almost February.
Okay, you guys tied your 2 last games. También, relax.
No, I don't praise Man U as high as you praise your Chelsea.
You shouldn't. Be realistic. Look, you're struggling against West Ham.
Against 4th place West Ham at the time?
Now we're talking 4th place West Ham. It's an important there.
But yeah, man, the Premier League, we praise the Premier League because it's one of the most competitive leagues in the world. But at this point, is Man City just pulling a Bayern and just pulling away and kind of ruining the fun out of it?
Not really. Let them have it. You know what?
Again?
We got bigger fish to fry, European champions and all.
Yeah. Champions League is coming around the corner already.
February. Yep. February is going to go ahead and...
Which we'll get to talk to in a future podcast for sure. I miss Champions League, dude.
You guys face Burnley coming up on Tuesday.
Until
February, because like I said, it is international break. And then coming on down, is there any big games coming up after that? I don't think so.
I think the Champions League ones are probably the biggest ones.
Yeah. What do you mean, Man City, Brentford, bro?
Watch them lose that game? Oh, I'm clipping that just in case.
Watch them lose that game?
But yeah, man, I mean, that's pretty much what the Premier League is right now. Is COVID tests that shouldn't be taken. And I mean, it's just a mess. Not just in our work lives, but in the sports world, it's a mess.
Yeah, no, everybody is facing exactly this. They're facing a tremendous amount of pressure and just stay safe out there, guys.
Absolutely, man.
Somehow we've managed to build some sort of podcast show with important people that we've gotten to talk to, all during a global pandemic. So that is wild.
That is super crazy.
So yeah, just touching on it because we
some people requested it.
Some people requested it. We were touching upon a little bit of African Cup of Nations. It is
there's round of 16 games were played today.
Mm-hmm. So that was today. You had Senegal and Cape Verde. Senegal. You have any Senegal memories? Any players that kind of ring a bell for you? Senegal was actually the team that beat the defending World Cup champions in the 2002 Korea. Let me tell you, bro. Some people were there, all right? They played against France, and they beat them in a surprise upset in the opening match of the tournament.
Man.
It was
Love
great.
To see it.
That's why I like Morocco beating Malawi. Again, Morocco. Do we know anybody who plays in Morocco? I think we do, right?
Personally, I don't know. Let me hit him up. Let me
Bono, bro. Bono from U2 as the goalkeeper. Hakimi from PSG. Yes. All right. Amrabat plays for it's Turkey. Galatasaray. No, he plays for Fiorentina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, impressive.
All these FIFA names that you know.
Hey, relax. All right.
But yeah. Also, there were games yesterday in the round of 16. I think Nigeria lost, right? Ended up losing against Tunisia.
Tunisia, yeah.
So many reds.
There is a lot of
so many red cards.
Like,
man.
Look at that. That's wild. So many red cards. Unfortunately, Augie Williams of San Diego Loyal fame were not able to advance. Burkina Faso moving in penalties. Gabon, Pierre.
See the video of Rudiger being like how he got celebrated in Sierra Leone when he arrived on the airport.
Oh no!
Oh, they were praising like a hero, man.
See about though. I mean, really, like it's here in San Diego, bro. Like, you know, people come back and you're like, oh my god,
yeah, straight up.
Back. Oh my, you're from here.
Yeah, there's a
clip.
clip.
Won everything everywhere else.
There's a clip I want you to play of a goalkeeper that is a defender in his club.
So you said he's a defender in his club.
Like this, I mean, you can kind of tell from this highlight reel. I think we played some of it. That you can tell he's really not a goalkeeper, right?
La música. Yeah.
You should mute the music in case it gets copyrighted.
Yeah, sure. It won't.
Okay.
We're fine.
This is Tony's analysis to this goalkeeper.
The guy hasn't even shot the ball, and my man's already on the floor. Oh, no, I'm already down here. He's already down. I guess I just got to
punch it out.
Poke it out. Oh,
hey,
okay.
He's making saves though, man.
That was the same one. Making saves, it's not easy. As Adrian, el compa from Chavos del Loyal, you know, hit us up and was like, hey, it's not easy to be goalkeeper. Shout out if you want to be part of that rec league with the Chavos del Loyal, hit them up. They're requesting some players. I've gone back into retirement.
Oh.
This body only has a couple of games left in its lifetime of top tier soccer. So I gotta save those.
Tony's all talk, guys.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk. There's footage.
Yeah, but you're on your prime. Footage. What do you mean you're retired? You're on your prime.
Gotta save them. You know what?
Save them for what? You're on your prime.
Save them. You know what? Next year, you never know who's gonna show up. I mean, Salzizzo might be on the opposite side, and I need to, you know, be like, all right, like.
Or you can train and get better.
It's fine. I did great.
This is my God-given talent.
Great, exactly, exactly. Shout out Todd Durkin, who ran a mile and worked out before that game. You're a goalkeeper and
took my bag. Allegedly
took your swag bag at the end. Allegedly.
Can't confirm.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Someone did.
Someone did. You didn't get a swag bag.
No.
That's for sure.
I would have gotten one of these.
Yeah, you would have.
One of these.
A scarf and que fino, califino.
So I mean, it's what it is. It's all good. I still have fun.
What it is. All right, let's watch this guy. Goalkeeper comes out.
Con la cabeza. Well, está en la orilla, pero
you gotta punch it out. You gotta punch it out. Okay, all right. You come out like a Neuer type. You're a defender. All right. So far, he hasn't gotten scored on. He hasn't. Okay, that's a good stop. Oh, look, he's an outfield player. Is that Alisson? Is that Alisson Becker? Look at that. It's just no hesitation.
You know he scores a goal, right?
No fear. He does not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You know, my favorite instance of this was, you remember Felipe Melo?
Yes.
You remember Felipe Melo? So he played in Galatasaray, and there was a
Brasileño, no?
Yeah, and he had to. Is there a stop he does? Or can I show the Felipe Melo?
You can show the Felipe Melo. I think there's one where like they go up to him and he like puts his hand behind his back. That's a natural defensive like instinct.
So Felipe Melo.
Está tirado el portero y le sacan roja.
No. He doesn't even wait for it to get up. The goalkeeper gets a red card. Anyway,
Está bien
so-
madreado el compa. Roja.
When was this? This was 2012. What is the comment saying?
Oh, I got 619 Soccer shout out saying, if I'm ever in the game, the soccer's game, like the media game, I'm doing everything for Chiva to score on Tony. That's love, bro. Appreciate that. We also got
So you're
Fabian, ese de rojo. Oh, I'm not saying the rest of that.
Riata de
¿Te
Hierro.
acuerdas de Benito Camelo?
Oh, Benito Camelo. Talking
Classic
about
name.
Melo. So Felipe Melo,
El compa Elber
The def-
Galarga.
Elber Galarga. Felipe Melo is stepping up for Galatasaray. He's gonna go ahead and go for the penalty.
Los pasos que se hizo para enfrente.
It's 2012, bro. There are no rules. No goal line technology.
rules.
Felipe Melo, last minute, stops the penalty and eventually wins the game.
That would have gotten retaken in today's world.
100%.
Like,
My
man.
favorite part of this too is
What's your favorite part? Oh, this
FIFA Ultimate Team
they did not do a goalkeeper
gave him an
card.
inform goalkeeper 64 bronze card. And El Vato was like 81 as a center defensive mid, but he has his goalkeeper card at 64. So
That's
shout
fu-
out.
Oh man, that's
I-
funny, man.
Back.
R.A.P. FIFA, man.
Oh, ow.
R.I.P..
Wild times. Wild.
But yeah, make sure you guys
times.
check out those AFCON games. They're definitely entertaining to
So
watch.
okay,
for sure.
let's before we go, let's just see who's left, right? So then you have Ivory Coast,
Tomorrow against
Egypt,
Egypt. That's a good
Mohamed
game.
Salah. Okay, yeah, Ivory Coast has a good team. You have Equatorial Guinea versus Mali. Quarterfinals right now: Gambia, Cameroon, Tunisia, Burkina Faso, Morocco, Senegal. Who's gonna win it, Chiva?
Probably Egypt.
You go with Egypt.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean Salah is arguably one of the best players in the world right now. I've always said it. I've never once said he was overrated.
You know what? Just because of that, I'm gonna go Morocco. Let's go Morocco.
Ooh, a surprise.
Let's go Morocco.
Okay, I like it.
Basing this on absolutely nothing.
But man, yeah. So you have AFCON, and now you have World Cup qualifiers. And who else to focus on than our beloved Selección Nacional?
Selección Nacional, los convocados de la Selección Nacional de México, as per coach, el gran jefe.
When are they gonna drop the new kit with the new logo?
I don't know. I was wondering that. Probably for the World Cup, if I'm really
I
for the
guess.
actual
I
World Cup.
guess.
It is this year.
So we have los convocados, Tony, the call-up list with 4 goalkeepers.
4 goalkeepers.
Right off the bat, that's the first thing you notice. 4 goalkeepers.
So
Now, before
Mhm.
they went on the last break, sorry to cut you off like that.
Oh, you're a good boy.
There were some players that people were like, they shouldn't be called up anymore.
Some people
some of
or
those-
Chiva.
A lot of people.
Okay.
And so and those players made it.
and
Oh,
Chiva.
let's go through the names.
All right, so you have Cota, and let's just skip over to number 3 or number 4 at this point, Orozco. We saw both of these goalkeepers live
Yeah,
in the
we
home
did.
opener, Cholos versus León. Fantastic goalkeeper. Cota had a couple more chances to shine in that game. No question, like un portero arquerazo, a goalkeeper of
I miss him.
importance. Yeah,
I miss
former
him in
Chiva
Yeah.
for Guadalajara, now
You got
plays for
Talavera.
León.
Again, who's
Uh,
missing in the? I mean, first you don't need 4, but who's missing
So who's missing
in the goalkeepers?
in the,
Acevedo.
in the goalkeepers? Yes, Acevedo.
Like you gave him a chance in the friendly, but dude, and give him a chance in a World Cup qualifier, build that experience with the first team.
Fuck it, I have 5 goalkeepers at this point.
Straight up, man.
Yeah, okay, wait.
So you got the youngling from Galaxy, Julian Araujo, right back, getting a call up for his first World Cup qualifiers, which is huge
Yeah.
for him. You got Nestor Araujo from Celta Vigo, solid. He's one of the go-to center back position.
So you brought up that they called up every single European Mexican player playing in Europe.
Mhm.
I said Santi, but it doesn't really count because he came back from
I
injury, he had
mean,
COVID.
yeah.
But okay.
I mean, technically Macias, they didn't call him up either, but
yeah.
players with relevance, I guess, that make an impact in their team.
Okay,
they call them up.
so do you agree with Arteaga?
Arteaga, yes,
Arteaga.
absolutely. I mean, he's been killing it with Gang. He's a solid left back, and he's proven himself to be good. And why not call him when you're struggling? Mexico's always struggled with the left backs and right backs. So you have a player with European experience. Why not give him a shot, right?
Playing in Belgium with Genk, the team where Kevin De Bruyne came up.
So I mean, It's exciting to see him on the call-up list finally after a while. You have Dominguez from Cruz Azul. Gallardo.
From Monterrey.
Dude, he's not the same from Pumas. He's not the same from the World Cup in 2018. Like, this is not the same Gallardo. Ever since he went to Monterrey, he had potential to go to Europe, Tony. And it's one of those talents that just I guess didn't make it.
All right. Montes, you're fine with?
Yeah, El Cachorro. Yeah, he's one of the center backs for the Olympic team and solid.
Okay.
Moreno, again, Mexico is a strong believer in the experience.
Okay.
I really wish we move on from that. But who else? I guess if you're going to call someone else, Hector Moreno, right? He's still, like, I guess, kind of solid. I wouldn't start him. But, oh, boy, the next player on the list, Tony.
U.S. fans are probably familiar with him.
Chaca Rodriguez. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Chaca Rodriguez got called up again, guys. At this point, I hope we start Julian Araujo or Sanchez because I do not want to see Chaca getting any playing time. We got some shout-outs in the comments. Sorry.
Go for it.
We got Ricardo Virgen saying, Arteaga en la selección no ha hecho nada. Absolutely. I mean, he hasn't proven himself. But again, how does he get to prove himself if you don't give him more chances, right? Mm-hmm. And the next couple games are not the toughest matchups, so why not give those players a chance? But again, Chaca Rodriguez, man, like this is, man, I worry.
But yeah, so he was a key figure, best player for the United States in those couple last games that he played. Then moving on to a little bit of
Rodriguez from León. I mean, he's fine. You got Sanchez. Hasn't been in the best form for America, but he's still solid right back. He's young, he's fast, he can attack, he can defend, like solid.
From Italy, from Genoa, Serie A.
Vasquez, man. I'm excited to see what this kid brings to the table, man. He's getting some playing time over there. I would honestly see him starting along with either Araujo or even Montes, but I think Vasquez should be a starter.
Next to the best player in Mexico, other than maybe Jimenez, but even then, the category of this kid is above Edson Alvarez.
Alvarez, who just had a win against PSV, who has Guti Gutierrez, who also got called up. It's first place against second place, and Ajax took that dub, and now our first place in the Liga Holandesa.
Yep.
Alvarez is definitely probably the best Mexican player alive right now. There's no arguing that.
And guess what? One of those two is probably going to be playing alongside or on the bench because of this guy. Atlas's own, not anymore as a kid, but your favorite.
Andrés Guardado. Yeah. He became the Mexican with the most games played in Europe now. Past Hugo Sanchez.
Nice. Hugo Sanchez, who said that. Did you see what this fool said?
What?
Hugo Sanchez was like, had I not been a Mexican, I would have won a World Cup. What a jackass.
He never even did do good with Mexico.
He never did good with Mexico.
He didn't do good.
He was over there. Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so Guardado, I don't think he's going to start. He's not going to get as much playing time as he used to.
What about HH Herrera?
Again, plays for Atletico Madrid. That's the name that everyone's like, oh, HH is still good. Again, I don't think he's been in the best form. He's still gonna be a starter. He's again Mexico with the experience. I wish we could move on and play the youth and give them experience to be ready for the World Cup. But no, we don't do that for Mexico. So yeah, you have HH there, and then you have Gutierrez, who we didn't really talk to that much just because.
Next on that list was actually talking about youth in Spain with Real Betis. You have Lainez.
Yeah, Lainez, solid player. He didn't have the best Olympic with the under-23 team, but he's still a solid player to play on the wing. I would start him over Tecatito at the moment, although Tecatito could be interesting to see what he does after his move to Sevilla. But who was next on that list, Tony? I need you to pull that up.
Next on the list was going to be Pineda from Celta Vigo.
Vigo.
In Spain.
So he just moved to Celta Vigo. Orbelin has proved himself to be called up to the World Cup qualifier. He's a player that you will see all the time on that call-up list. I don't think he plays his best on the wings. I think when he was in Chivas and played as a center mid, this would play his best. Dude, es un campesino. Like, came out of Querétaro. Like, dude, this dude, like, literally was raised, like, in a farm, which is crazy. And now he's a talent in the selección, and plays in Spain. So
got that farm strength. Cruz Azul.
You got Charlie Rodriguez,
Charlie.
who is in form with Cruz Azul.
Interesting.
After, like, he scored already 2 goals in his first 2 games. This kid is special. I've been saying it. He sometimes doesn't have the best performances, but he's a player that you want to have there. I would love to see him as a starter. Charlie Rodriguez is playing great with Cruz Azul right now.
So a sub more than likely coming in. Do you think he'll start?
I hope he starts.
Okay,
well, I really hope he starts. We'll get to we're gonna come up with our lineups in a little bit.
That's fine.
You got Luis Romo, who moved to Monterrey. Again, I'm not the biggest Romo fan. He had potential to go to Spain and decided to go to Monterrey and then made that trade happen, Charlie for Romo, which I think Cruz Azul ended up winning on that.
Antuna. You know this
new Cruz Azul player.
Informed Cruz Azul player.
Who just scored as well for Cruz Azul this past weekend. And Roberto Alvarado, who didn't make this list, and Chivas. But Antuna, what else can you say about Antuna, right?
Yep.
He's fast.
All right.
Fast.
Firepower, talking about fast and furious. Corona, number 9, Sevilla, now has competition with Martial in that position.
I don't know where people fall with him. I know maybe I'm in the minority in this, but I don't think Tecatito should be a starter. Okay. I don't think he's the best player to have as a starter right now. He hasn't performed well with Mexico over the last couple of games.
So what if it's Sevilla, just that transfer that just lights the fire under him?
I sure hope so, Tony. Like, that would be great. He got the number 9 for Sevilla. Let's see what he brings to the table. He's definitely hasn't, like, I think his peak is about to come, right? Hopefully. But he's obviously a player that you need to have there. And then you have this guy who I don't know why, like when you have Chicharito in Galaxy, but Funes Mori got called up again.
Yeah.
What else can you say about Funes Mori, Tony?
A lot of Monterrey. I wasn't happy with his performances coming up. You know, there was a lot of hype with him being, you know, of Argentinian descent. And for some reason, Mexicans love that. Like, there's a lot of Mexican fans and pundits that are like, oh, this guy, Miguel Sabah, oh, man, Antonio Nelson Ciña, brasileño. It doesn't matter. But Funes Mori, you know, he looked like he was decent coming in. You know, he puts the passion, he puts, you know, the effort in there, but the ball just doesn't go in. Again, you were playing him because you were short of Raul Jimenez, who was out for a head injury. So then you have Raul Jimenez now back on into the call-ups with Wolverhampton, with Wolves, playing some great soccer. Him and his headband of magic are coming back fast and furious once again, jumping higher than Ronaldo.
He's a must start.
Yeah, like, you have to.
You have to. And then you have Chucky Lozano. Another must start. He just scored a brace for Napoli recently, and I would love to see him play as a right wing instead of a left wing where he plays in Napoli. He's playing right wing. I think he kind of brought a little heat from the Italian press when he said, "Oh, I would like to play for a bigger club than Napoli." I mean, you gotta be careful with your words
they'll kill you. They'll rob you. Like, it's wild. Whenever you hear about, like, oh, Marquinhos is a family,
especially Italian fans, bro. They're like, ruthless.
Yeah, no, these fools know where you live. So watch out, Lozano. Get some protección.
He'll be fine. He scored a brace, so I mean, when you're scoring goals and you're playing great, fans are gonna love you.
Who wins, a cartel or the mafia?
Cartel, papa. El cartel. Not even.
Who wins, Ojeda or El Cartel?
Well, El Cartel is a feria. Anyways, Henry Martin, why? Like, why? I guess you need a backup striker?
Yeah, a backup to the backup.
I better not see Chukis as a striker then, if you have 3 natural strikers.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Probably. And then you got my boy.
Alexis
Vega, the next talent going to Europe. He has to. I don't care about his size. This kid is scoring bangers left and right for Chivas. This kid is carrying Chivas on his back right now. I hope he starts. But now, I want to ask you, out of these players, Tony, on this list, I want to hear your potential 11 for the first game, at least. Like, the these players, what's your ideal 11?
Honestly, from the fact that I know, based because my sister works there and met him, Ochoa is out and about in San Diego, stuffing his face with ice cream from Ben and Jerry's. I'm gonna put him on the bench because
Okay.
I saw Cota live, and that's a recency bias. So Cota gets to start for me.
Okay.
Um,
What formation are you going with?
I'm going depending on who I put. I'm gonna go ahead and put Araujo, Hector Moreno,
Which Araujo?
Celtas,
Okay, Nestor Araujo. Got it.
Nestors. La madre. I'm gonna put Chaka.
Oh, you sack of shit.
Let him redeem himself.
Oh my god.
You're playing against some teams that you should be able to win despite
Wow, okay.
despite Chaka.
Okay. I'm glad you're not the
Um,
coach, but
Well, it might as well be. ¿Qué me falta?
so you have
Araujo.
Araujo. Did you say Moreno?
Yes.
Okay. Chacas.
Chacas. ¿Qué me falta?
Te falta un left back.
¿Quién juega? Pues el Arteaga, ¿no?
Arteaga juega left back, Gallardo juega
Yeah.
left back, Rodríguez también.
Let's go with Arteaga. Let's go with
Arteaga.
Arteaga. Let's give the kid some
Solid. Okay.
some time. You don't think Chaka? Who's your go? Your turn.
For my back line?
Yeah, backline and goalkeeper.
Obviously San Memo for like Mexico it's a go-to.
Yeah, it's a go-to.
I think Cota's in better form, so I wouldn't be upset of which one. Who would I start? Personally, I'd go with San Memo.
San
Just
Memo.
because selección, you know, he's
Yeah,
always
I mean-
talented with Mexico. I wouldn't be upset if Cota starts. But
100%.
on my back line, on my right back, I'm having Sanchez. You want that speed. I'm not thinking about playing Chaka anytime soon. But you put Sanchez, he's got speed. He's not the best defensively,
Mhm.
but I think if you have a pacey center back, it can make up for it. With that
That's
being
the
said,
thing. If Chaka doesn't lose his head, he's fine. And if he's and
dude,
if
he makes the
doesn't-
dumbest mistake. He
lose his
reminds me of
head?
Osorio.
if he doesn't lose his
He
head,
reminds me of Ricardo Osorio.
or if he's not in his head, like it's one of the two things. If he doesn't do that, he's fine. He's fine.
He has his moments.
Yeah.
Okay, but I start. You know what? If it's not Sanchez, I wouldn't mind giving Julian Araujo a chance at right back. But
Okay.
for me personally, I'll start Sanchez, at least for this first game.
Mhm.
Center backs, I'm starting Johan Vasquez,
Mhm.
like guaranteed start, along with Nestor Araujo or Cesar Montes. I know two youngsters at center back can be a little like, I don't know. So I'll probably start Nestor Araujo, give some experience with the youngling,
Okay.
Johan Vasquez. Left back, I'm giving Arteaga a chance. Not gonna lie, like why not? He hasn't proved. He needs to prove himself for La Selección,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like this would be his time to shine, if I say so. So I'm going with that back line and with Ochoa on goal.
Okay, I like that.
So let's go with the 4-3-3.
Yeah, it looks like it.
3 center mids.
3 center mids. Obviously, as not everybody has to be there. So delay.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you agree.
Yeah.
I'd have to keep going with. See, I can do either or. I can have either Guardado or Herrera,
Mm-hmm.
and then both would be fine-ish because you do have Alvarez. But Gutierrez brings something interesting.
Okay.
You know what? Edson Alvarez, Guardado, and Herrera. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's a very
You're going very safe.
very very
You're
safe.
going very safe,
It's-
and that's the mentality that Mexico has had, and
Hey,
that's
hey,
why
right.
we don't go to a 5th fucking game.
Hey, get us to the World Cup. Get you qualify. This is the World Cup.
Doesn't
qualifier.
matter. Yeah, but
This is the World Cup.
and then in the World Cup,
qualifier.
you're gonna try to play these guys. They're gonna look bad because they don't get the playing
World
time,
Cup
and it's not gonna work
qualifier.
out. And people, oh, that's why we go with experience. Ah, man, whatever.
I
My
can't-
center
I
mids.
can't wait for this to be the year that they're like, all right, no, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Go with you. ¿Sabes qué? We're not gonna go the Bofo Bautista way. We're not gonna go with the
And they
Gui-
fell.
Guille Franco. Yeah, and they fell. And
Well, you
and
know
then what's
what?
gonna
It'll be
oh,
worth the
they
shot
got the
because we're gonna fail it either
experience.
way.
They got
It's
either
worth the
way,
shot.
Either
They
way,
fail either way.
Either way, this is HH Herrera's time to shine. Guardado's gonna
Hell
have
no.
a resurgence in the
no.
World Cup. Everybody's gonna get San Memo's
No,
magic
dude,
stuff.
I'm tired of the same
magic
bullshit
potion.
with Mexico.
Okay, so
I'm
you
going
have
Edson Alvarez. I'm going Charlie Rodriguez. He's clearly playing great.
Mm-hmm.
And Edson Gutierrez, Guti Gutierrez, he's been freaking getting minutes with PSV. He finally gets a call up. I'm starting him. I don't give a fuck. I'm starting Edson, Charlie, and Gutierrez as my center mids.
You're already on a hot streak. Finish it off.
Oh, my top 3 is easy. I'm starting Chuky's on the right.
Okay.
I'm starting Jimenez,
Okay.
and I'm starting Alexis Vega on the left wing.
You would. I would just switch maybe with Linus.
I'd go with Vega.
That'd
just
be my only-
I
that'd
feel
be
like
my only
Vega's
switch.
in a better form right now. I think Lainez, he could potentially start. Chukis has to start. So if you start Lainez, then you switch Chukis back on the left, and then Lainez plays on the right, and then Vega's on the bench. He comes off the bench. Either way, it works. But I do not want to see Tecatito on there. I do not want to see Funes Mori, Henry Martin starting.
Funes Mori,
Oh, man.
Tecatito, and Martin incoming
Ooh.
starts. What's up,
Hot
boy?
comment right here. Alan Mosso. Yes, he needs to get a call up. Alan Mosso is by far the best right back in the Mexican league right now. This kid is crazy good. Sorry, I'm going to read some of the comments. Just
100% go for it.
Toro Fuerte. Shout out Toro Fuerte. I would start Tony as the keeper.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
I'm down. I can still shake it and bake it. Araujo is perfect.
Do you know Mexico is next to Panama on the standing? You forgot about that. No, I mean, no, I didn't forget. We're not first or second. We're on third. And again, like, this is going to be interesting to see what Tata does, right? Like the lineup, like the standings, man. You see Canada in first. You got U.S. You got Panama, same
14
points as Mexico.
Yeah. So, okay,
These
so
have to be must-win games. You have to win the games.
So let's look at some of these matches coming up, right? So you have this Thursday at 4 p.m., Jamaica versus Mexico. They kind of done goofed it last time they played against Jamaica in an empty stadium. I still think that has a lot to do with it, with the ban of fans because of the chant. Funny enough, we did go to the Cholos game, and the whole game it was perfectly clean. Not a single chant until a questionable penalty was taken back. It was a penalty call. It should have been a call. VAR checked it. VAR said no penalty in that ensuing goal kick. Everybody did the chant, but you know it's still prevalent over there, unfortunately. But Jamaica, Mexico Thursday, they should be able to win with whatever squad that they throw out. You should be able to win. With Funes Mori, right? We should be able to win with Tecatito out there. With Achiach. You should be winning these games.
Everyone's getting better.
Yeah.
The talent is increasing, man. And all these teams, when they play against Mexico, le meten más ganas.
Yeah, 100%.
It's as simple as that. But Mexico should be dominating this game for sure. Then you got Mexico, Costa Rica. Costa Rica's not the same that they were a couple years ago in 2014 in that World Cup. They're not the same team. I mean, you still got Keylor Navas on goal.
This is the final round. Keylor Navas, yes, still on goal, and they've actually been playing very soundly defensively. I think they've only allowed like a couple goals in the last 7 matches, something crazy like that.
Mexico should be able to win that one. And then this is going to be the tough one against Panama. Panama is on a hot streak. They're breathing down Mexico's neck.
Let's look at who Panama plays. So Panama plays Costa Rica. Panama plays Jamaica. The same two teams. Same two teams. So hopefully, Jamaica, Costa Rica, do us the favor against Panama. Panama, thank you for losing against the U.S.
Problem
and getting scored
right there,
on.
man. The fact that we need to ask other teams, hey, please beat them. So in case we lose to them, we don't drop down on the table.
That's just not us right now. That's just not who we get to be.
Man,
we do not get
sucks.
to be that.
It sucks.
We do not get to be that.
And we need that reality check as fans.
So
we need it.
just a reminder, it is a top that qualifies for the World Cup in the top 3, top 4, and then the fourth place goes to the playoff. Fourth place goes to the playoff, right?
Fourth place goes to the playoffs.
Fourth place goes to the playoff. So hopefully it turns.
What do you guys
that
think
way.
on the chat? Let me know. A lot of people are hyped about this Mexican Selección talk. Do you guys think if Mexico needs a reality check, would it be the best thing for them to miss a World Cup? Let us know.
Jamia. So, all right, the United States call up some people. Let's just go ahead and go. Mike Jones, 281-330-8004. All right, Zach Steffen, Manchester City. All right, I'm just going to put the highlights, right? The highlights of the Europeans, and this is what they say. Serginho Dest. All right, cool. He's all right. He's all right, but he's
Barcelona
on his way out. Like, they realize he's not Barcelona quality, not Barcelona material.
Bye.
Get him out.
You got Mark McKenzie from Genk.
Yes.
They have to specify that he plays in Belgium.
Absolutely. So same, there's that connection con el Mexicano of the Americas over in Genk. Chris Richards plays in Hoffenheim. Antoine Robinson plays with Fulham. DeAndre Yedlin could have been a San Diego Loyal player last year. Co-owner.
You got to root for the guy, right?
Co-owner.
For the guy, not the
Excuse
team.
me?
Not the
Excuse
team.
me?
The guy. Not the
You're
team.
accusing me of being a USA
I
sympathizer?
said the guy when he plays with this club.
So if he,
As a San Diego loyal part owner.
so if the guy scores against Mexico,
I'm not celebrating. Not when he's with the U.S. Absolutely not.
all right. So yeah, so he's on there. Tyler Adams. Who?
Tyler Adams has
all right.
actually been solid with Leipzig.
Weston McKinney. What are your thoughts on Weston McKinney? La Arma, is he all right? Do we give him props? Do we
This
have to
boy's
give
got
props?
hops, man.
Is
and
that
when
all he has?
I think Tottenham reached out about McKinney, and Juventus said no, we're not selling him. So they clearly like him at
I see
Juventus. He
something.
does get regular playing time, and if you're gonna get regular playing time with Juventus, you're only gonna improve.
Chula Vista native and highest, I guess, guaranteed contract in MLS history. Paul Arriola now with DC United. Ricardo Pepi, the oh
Augsburg.
my God, he plays in Europe.
No hizo
Another great
nada,
player from FC Dallas, and the MLS is growing in Europe.
Mhm.
You have Captain America with Chelsea. Tim Way, ¿sabes qué? With Leo. I'll give it to the kid. The kid plays hard.
Did they call the guy that plays in the Premier League that scored that back heel goal? That could be.
El Morro?
What's his name?
I don't think so.
I don't know his name.
Sí.
Es como un pelirrojo, creo, no?
Yeah. I don't think he's on here.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, that was a pretty good goal. So that's the U.S.'s roster. They're touting about, we have so many players.
Is it
in
Sargent? Is that
Europe.
him? Ricardo, is it Sargent? He said scored a nice goal the other day. I think that might have. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
He plays. Man, I forgot what Premier League team he plays for, but it was a nice goal. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. In any case, the last thing we have for soccer in this is a little video why Mexico will finally break their this. I didn't show you the title of the video. Why Mexico will finally break the World Cup curse in 2022.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mexico is the country with the most losses in World Cup history.
Empezamos mal.
But it's actually quite impressive because it means they've been consistently qualifying for the World Cup for decades. Then
that
they
Mike?
make it to the round of 16.
Did you see Mike?
Because it means
Mike-
they've been
Mike is there?
consistently qualifying for the World Cup for
You see him?
Yeah, I saw him. Mike, you made it.
You made it, bro.
Bro, you made it.
decades. Then they make it to the round of 16, and inevitably they lose again
Yes.
and again and again and again and again. Well,
Yeah.
seven.
This guy looks like John Arnold.
This quinto partido has
Hey,
become this
John
cycle.
Arnold. Oh shit! I have not seen this video. I didn't know he was gonna make an
You have
appearance.
summoned the great John Arnold, former
Shout
two
out to
balls
John
in-
Arnold,
two balls in
man.
the mic.
Oh
Shout
man!
out to John Arnold. Shout out to Cesar Hernandez. Shout out to all of you guys. Great job.
Logical weight. There is this idea that we have to get there, we have to do it, and I think that pressure can be unhealthy.
That quinto partido just rings in our ears because there have been times in recent World Cups where you felt like, okay, if we
From
cross
the
this
Mexican
threshold,
soccer
then
show.
Hey, I
our
love this.
chances are
This is a
very
great
high.
video.
So today we're
How
asking
come
the question:
we didn't get hit
Can
up?
Mexico finally make it to the storied quinto partido in 2022, or if not,
He does
at
look like they
least
did look
in
alike.
They do.
2026?
I can
And
see it.
can Mexico win
If everything
the World
goes wrong
Cup
for
one day?
Corbin in his life,
Stick around to find out.
Are we sticking around to find out?
are we?
Some of them, the senior national team.
Oh,
While they can point to that youth success, so often the culture is that once these players start showing well in international competition, they stay. Instead of selling, clubs say these players are more valuable to us now.
In 2005, the team even won the U17 World Cup.
Yes, they
Giovanni
did.
Dos Santos played for that team, and he was being
Won it
hyped
twice.
up as
Against
the
Brazil.
next Ronaldinho. At the time, he was putting in some
I went to watch the movie Robots.
I was in Cañadas.
incredible
Cañadas.
performances for Barcelona. I remember a particular hat trick on his last match for them. But the thing was, he left for more playing time, and his career was never really the same. Carlos Vela
Yikes.
was also on the up at Arsenal. He was the king of chipping goals.
This guy doesn't
And then
even
you had
like
guys like
soccer.
Hector Moreno and Efrain Juarez, they were also on that team. And within that
Efrain
same
Juarez,
period,
vato.
you saw another player, Chicharito, who
Oh,
burst
he
onto the
who
scene.
didn't make an impact in that
Giovanni's
game, in that
younger
team.
brother, Jonathan, who was on the up at Barcelona. Basically, if you were Mexican at this point, the future was very bright. If we're being
Yes,
honest,
it was.
Mexico has been developing talents for at least generations.
All right.
Today we've got
nice.
players like Raúl Jiménez,
Okay.
Chucky Lozano,
Okay.
Jesus Corona,
Oh, all right.
Hector Herrera.
Yup.
These are just a few of the names littered across the world who turn out for the Mexican national team today.
Yeah.
And if you want to add to that historically amazing players, guys like Rafa Marquez,
Okay.
Cuauhtémoc Blanco,
Hugo
Jorge
Sanchez.
Campos,
Cuauhtémoc.
Luis Hernandez, Jared Borghetti, and Chico
Jared.
Sanchez, just to name a few. I mean, these are the ones I can remember off the top of my head anyways.
We've seen a few times when it comes to Mexico, whether it's the coach or the players, sometimes the work is almost there, but not quite.
There's a real reluctance from most big Mexican clubs to sell players to Europe, where unfortunately the reality of the football ecosystem is still that the best coaching, the best training, the best player development, the best nutrition, the best fitness, all can still be found in Europe. And so while the United States and even Brazil and Argentina have adapted this mentality of as soon as these players are ready to go, they must go to get this superior coaching and superior training, Mexico still has the mentality of we need to keep these guys here.
Well, in the past,
Facts. And not only that, the price tag they put on them.
Yeah, then that's why they stay there, because of the price tag too. Like you're overvaluing
pagan
somebody.
bien.
Yeah, no, they're treated right. They're treated well. They're heroes in Mexico. But that's what the U.S. is kind of doing correctly, right? Like the kids that are going over there seem to be more prepared to go and be adapted to their system from the get-go, where Mexican players usually struggle. The Mexican players have to get there, learn a little bit, have to shine as substitutes here and there, and then maybe Chicharito is perpetually that for all eternity.
Yeah.
It's a long video.
I mean,
Yes or
dude,
no? Will the Mexico win the round of 16 and pass the round of 16?
I don't
2022?
think we passed the group stage this World Cup. At first, we have to see the group
We
stage,
gotta
right?
make it to the
Well,
World
first
Cup.
we gotta make the World
Gotta make
Cup.
the World
God
Cup.
damn it,
So
dude.
hopefully everything turns out
¿Que
well.
brinque para Estados Unidos otra vez?
No, I'm okay without them having to help us.
Oh, you want to look at the stadiums, right? Like,
We could look at the stadiums for next week.
I'm down.
I like that. But in any case, I think it is time to turn down the soccer talk and move it over into a little bit of the.
this is
other
where a lot of these people start
football.
leaving. So if you want to stick to football
Well,
talk,
don't
it'll be
say
short.
that. Why are you saying
You should
start
stay
leaving?
because I have some
Jesus
very
Christ.
hot takes about the OT
Jesus
rule.
Christ.
Yeah, I should stay.
God, stop acknowledging that.
Stay.
Stop.
Stay.
YouTube. How about them apples, huh? You like apples?
Oh man, we had the divisional playoff round this
What the
weekend.
madre, divisional?
That's what division.
Yeah, but it's the divisionals. Anyway,
What?
NFL. Continue, Chiva.
We had some crazy ass games, bro.
The NFL season is coming to a close. We are down to the Elite Eight, as they would say in NCAA March Madness tournament. Elite Eight battling
Divisional
to
round.
the Final Four.
First game was the Bengals against the Titans.
All right.
Number 1 seeded Titans.
So number 1 seeded Titans, who good job. They deserve to be there because
The
of what
king
they did
was back.
in the middle of the season. Henry was back in this game, but it was not enough for the Cincinnati Bengals, who are honestly
Jamar Chase is a different breed, bro. This kid is crazy good.
So these two, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, have experienced nothing but big games. They won the national title over with LSU. They know what that's like. They come from winning. It's like when you hear like, oh, Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun Watson has never lost a game, and blah, 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 blah. Like
Yeah.
this, they don't know what it's like to lose. So
That LSU 2019 team is literally an all-pro team in the NFL right now, dude.
Ryan Tannehill with 3 interceptions. You cannot be doing that. This is Ryan Tannehill from
the
Miami.
Dolphins, exactly.
Didn't look good. Again, Derrick Henry coming back. Had a touchdown, 62 yards, but it was just not enough to get the Cincinnati team off their back. And
I mean, Jamar Chase, the first rookie to have multiple, it's 2, but consider multiple, 100-yard receiving games in playoff games.
that's wild. That is crazy. The amount of stats
Like you had
and
Justin
records being
Jefferson
broken.
breaking records last season, and now you have Jamar Chase.
It's crazy. So this offense is jam-packed with a lot of juicy players. But again, Cincinnati Bengals go forward. Tennessee Titans are out. Bengals win their second playoff game in a row after not winning one in over, 30 years? 31 years. Crazy. Then you had that same day, that Saturday football, the 49ers
Upsets
versus
on upsets.
the Packers. Upsets on upsets. It is correct.
Can we just acknowledge that the 49ers won without a single touchdown in the offense?
So defense wins games usually, in this time we can remember
Or
back
special
into
teams.
or special teams, and I mean defense too, because they got that. Oh no, you're right. That was the
It was
special
a
teams
punt,
game. Yeah, it was a
punt
punt.
block.
Jimmy Garoppolo, the Niners are actually 4 for 4. They have not lost whenever Jimmy G does not throw for a touchdown.
Well, I hope he throws for a touchdown next week.
Jimmy G was a non-factor. It was a cold game. It was a really cold game.
Yes.
I don't know how, as a Green Bay fan, you feel about having the home field advantage, having the reigning, defending MVP, probably 2
Yeah, I got
seasons
cold
in a
just thinking
row.
about that game, dude.
225 yards, no touchdowns. That offense did not do really that much. You lose A.J. Dillon to an injury after he scored a touchdown, but you let a California team come into the frozen tundra of Green Bay
Yeah, dude.
in playoffs, and you lose without having scored really a touchdown if you're Aaron Rodgers. Where's
He's
Aaron
leaving.
Rodgers?
He's leaving.
Where is he? I mean, granted, he got, I guess, Randall Cobb a little too late. You have Devontae Adams. You lock him down. He wasn't able to do
Where are
anything.
they going? They're both leaving. Aaron Rodgers already said he does not want to be part of a rebuild, and that's essentially what the Packers are going to have to start doing.
Maybe he goes to the Steelers.
Steelers, maybe the 49ers.
I mean, the 49ers can win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
Imagine if he goes to Denver. How
Uh,
crazy that
Peyton
AFC
Manning,
West is going to be.
That would be wild. Peyton Manning 2.0 in there.
And then Devonta Adams to the Raiders,
That's crazy.
teaming up with college buddy Derek Carr.
But
Wow.
again, the defense and special teams did the job for the 49ers in that upset. Kind of upset that the Green Bay Packers just lost like that, though. Like, it's just
Hey,
like,
Aaron
with the
Rodgers
whimper.
is smart, man. You can't lose the conference championship if you don't get to it.
That is crazy. But yeah,
the
so
Sunday
the
games.
49ers went ahead in that one.
This was the first game. My Rams, baby. My Rams. Somehow the Rams are going to dominate in the first 3 quarters and then somehow keep the other team in the game. And they did that against the Cardinals. Oh, no, not really against the Cardinals, but they did it against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, they let the team just linger around. They let
It
them
was
have a chance.
27-3 in the third quarter.
And then it was a tie game. You do not let. I mean, the moment I saw Tom Brady have some time, I was like, yeah, no, this dude's coming back. This dude is coming back. And had it not been for some very fortunate plays, from a great play by Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp over at the end of the game where they all went down and clocked it.
Cooper Kupp, baby.
Cooper Kupp is something else. If we're talking about Jamar Chase and what he's doing as a rookie, as a not even veteran, as a 28-year-old wide receiver, what Cooper Kupp is doing right now is amazing. 183 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, MVP candidate. Has to be in
Yeah.
the MVP run.
Yeah.
For sure. But they're going to end up giving it to a quarterback for sure. But Cooper Kupp is definitely putting the team on his back. And the Rams advanced to the conference championship against the 49ers, who we haven't beat in 3 years.
100%. We have a couple of comments in the stream. It's saying, I say Rams versus Chiefs Super Bowl, says Ricardo Virgen. Oh God, NFL playoffs, Niners, Rams, Chiefs, and Bengals. That's exactly what it's going to be. Bengals versus 49ers in the Super Bowl will be static. Plus Tom Brady retired or not, mystery.
Imagine he
Does
retires
Tom
and
Brady
then
retire?
Aaron Rodgers goes to and has the same
Que
team.
hueva. I hate
Like-
that. I would hate that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it would be pretty
He
crazy.
wouldn't have Gronk. Gronk would definitely retire
Oh, yeah,
if Tom
for
Brady
sure.
retires. So that's something else.
But yeah, you have the Rams winning, defeating Tom Brady, and Tom Brady,
Cam-
bye.
Akers. I don't know how he recovered. Like, he must be Wolverine. Like, this dude had a torn Achilles tendon
In July.
in the same season in July, and he's back playing. I saw him play. I was like, what is this dude doing? How
I mean, he
is-
fumbled twice, but
I mean, yeah. I
he
mean,
didn't play bad.
He didn't play bad.
honestly.
He hasn't been playing
And
bad.
can we just point out, Odell Beckham Jr. is the real fucking deal.
Yeah,
The Browns literally gave him away,
Not even that. Von Miller, dude.
Oof.
Von Miller. Oh man.
Eric Weddle with that late hit call.
Eric Weddle, he was
With
retired
that
for 2
late,
years.
with that late hit call.
I'm rooting for the Rams only because of Eric Weddle.
Weddle.
Only because
I
of
think
Eric
a lot
Weddle.
of Chargers fans like yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you said yeah. I'm clipping
mean-
that. I said Chargers
San Diego
fans like
Chargers.
yourself.
San Diego Charger fan.
Okay.
San
okay.
Diego Charger
I'm not.
fan.
I'm not putting that in the
That's
clip.
That's on there.
But yeah, like he had a late hit on Mike Evans and very, 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 very close call.
But anyway, Chiva, did you know that Two Balls and a Mic is brought to you in part by Quiznos? Do you like Subway just extra toasted? Then Quiznos is for you. Have you ever had Quiznos?
I've never had Quiznos.
Me neither.
I've had Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Max is all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Two Balls and a Mic is brought to you in part by. What else? Why are we sponsored by?
Tequila.
Two Balls and a Mic is brought to you in part by Tequila. Do you remember that song from the 90s? You know that song? It talks about da 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 da. That's not it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. Tequila.
There's a guy that went to America's Got Talent to sing that song,
Yeah,
and all he had to say was tequila.
yeah, and he got passed. He got a pass.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
God bless him.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
Anyway,
The next game was beyond what my brain
Insane.
can comprehend.
insane.
Like,
It was the most amazing game already. I like that these games were a little bit in the daytime because it added a little difference. Like usually these games are
Right.
all at night. This Chiefs Buffalo Bills game was an old school style looking game. Like it's a loud place, loudest venue in the league. You had the Buffalo Bills who have a golden generation with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They used to have, I guess, Cole Beasley doing really good over there. The
Gabriel
defense is fine.
Davis
The number
scoring 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
Did you see that play where
That
he
is
broke the
insane.
ankles of the? Oh my god,
Uncoverable.
dude!
Literally playing the best football of the playoffs.
When it matters.
Perfect game. Perfect series of games by Josh Allen and that defense.
There was
The
24
Chiefs-
points in the last minute
Chiefs
and a half.
Turning it on, becoming the Chiefs that we know and have seen for the last couple of years. Patrick Mahomes going toe-to-toe with a prime-looking Josh Allen and saying, you know what? Here I am. You're still number 2. You're still number 2. And I'm going to show everybody across the
Patrick
nation
Mahomes
why.
owns Josh Allen right now.
He owned Josh
But
Allen, and that's your
this
boy.
is the
and
next.
That is your
yeah,
boy.
that is my boy. And man, he did. I feel bad for him because he did everything he could. He left them the ball with 13 seconds. Look at this. Why is the defensive coordinator rushing 4 guys? This play, Tony, in the press conference, they talked to Kelsey, they talked to Mahomes. This was not going to be his route. He didn't run the route he was supposed to. And there's a video of that press conference saying, oh, yeah, you know, I just told Mahomes that, hey, I'm not going to run that route. And here it is, the video.
Right before they called a timeout, right before we went out there and ran that play, and I told him I'm probably not going to run the route that that it's called. I'm just going to run to the open area. And probably midway through his cadence, he was screaming at me at the line of scrimmage, "Do it, like, do it!" And I was just like, "All right, here we go, boys." And it was just a little backyard football with a couple of seconds left that gave us an opportunity to win the game.
Again, an amazing game.
Here's him screaming that, man. Crazy.
Did he actually say it, right?
Yeah, he said, do it, Kelsey, do it, do it.
They need about 15 yards.
Go back a little bit, like 5 seconds.
Super Bowl in a game last year to win it now.
Do it, Kels, do it, Kels. Is it Kelsey or Kels?
Kelsey.
Kels, right? He said, do it, Kels, do it, Kels. It worked out.
Worked out.
It worked out,
perfectly.
man.
Worked out perfectly.
That play-
that was to tie.
that
and
play,
send it
Tony?
to overtime.
Do you remember Dak Prescott's QB run with, like, at the end of their game against the 49ers?
Mhm.
This drive took less time
less
than
time.
that run.
Yeah.
Amazing. The Chiefs are literally the best team in football right now. What's your thoughts on this OT rule? A lot of people are very upset. A lot of people have been complaining about it now.
Do you like it?
It's the rule we've had.
It's not. It's not though.
Oh no, it's the rule we have right now.
It's the rule we have.
I didn't
These are
see-
the rules. These
I didn't
are
see
the rules
anyone
right now.
complaining during the regular season. I get it. There really were no games during the regular season. Like
meant
this.
as much and had to go to this situation. But no, Josh Allen doesn't get a chance to go out there. You're saying it is. So you're saying you agree with it? Leave it?
Part of football is making a stop, and that's what it is. Don't complain about it. Hopefully, so the thing is, I won't be upset if they change it to where if it's like college where they get a chance to answer back. That's fair, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's to do it with field goals, right? If you score a field goal, the other team gets a rebuttal.
But I mean, try to stop the touchdown.
Some of the best memories, some of the best moments of beer pong is during the rebuttal. Like, it's some of the best.
Yeah, but
like,
you gotta
moments
stop
of
the touchdown
sports.
to get to rebuttal.
Well, then let them rebuttal. If they don't rebuttal with the touchdown, it's over then.
I agree. I wouldn't be upset if they
Josh-
change it.
You're
I wouldn't
asking
be
for
upset.
less football. You want less football.
You
could've
already had
one
4
more drive.
quarters.
Then what's a little drive to go at the end? Give them a chance. More
You
Josh
already
Allen.
had 4
Josh
quarters.
Allen to dig.
I'm sorry,
for,
but
for 77
if with
yards.
13 seconds you allow them to get in field goal range, you did not deserve to win this
Josh
game.
Allen didn't do that. Josh Allen.
I said I feel bad for him.
Josh
I feel
Allen
sorry
was
for
not
him.
responsible for that.
But Josh Allen is not the whole team.
Very true. So Josh Allen and his boys are out. Kansas City Chiefs move
Say,
on.
man, 13 seconds is not enough time, but for Mahomes, it's all the time in the world.
So that leads
Granted,
us.
They had the timeouts. Without the timeouts, they would have been done for.
So you have the AFC Championship game now with the Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals, you got some good, important players. We mentioned some. You got Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, a good wide receiver. Evan McPherson is a good place
That's
kicker.
why you draft the kicker.
That's why you draft a kicker. That is
Man.
crazy. This kid is crazy good, crazy confident. You still got Tyler Boyd, CJ Uzama, tight end, who's very underrated
yes, he is.
and does a great job at what he does. Obviously, you still have Jamar Chase on there. Why do I have to scroll so down to find him?
Jamar Chase was the second
Was he really?
person.
Oh, but no, so the
This is a young
firepower-
team, dude. This is a
firepower
young
here
team.
is good. They have a decent defense, but I don't think this defense personally can
They
withstand.
have a good defense.
But can
Is
they
it enough?
withstand the firepower that the Kansas City Chiefs
Hey,
have been showing?
Here's the thing. The way this season has played out, and you've had 3 upsets in these 4 games. The lower seeds advance except for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs do have a little bit more of experience, especially in this area. They've already won a Super Bowl pretty much essentially with this team. They made it to the
This
Super
is
Bowl
their
last
4th
year.
AFC Conference Championship game.
Yep.
And this is the 4th year that Mahomes start.
Yeah. No, it's
every
absolutely
season he starts.
insane.
He is the first, he's the best.
So, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, you got Tyreek, you got
But,
Kelsey,
Tony,
Clyde Edwards.
The way the season has played out, this specific season, a lot of things have not made sense.
100%.
I would
100%.
not be surprised or shocked if the Bengals go to the Super Bowl, just based on how this season has gone.
So, do you? Yeah, I mean, you
I got the
are
Chiefs
a
going.
betting man. You
I
are
got the Chiefs
definitely,
going, though.
definitely a betting man.
The Chiefs
But-
on this game, I think the line last time I saw it was the Chiefs -7, which is, man, that's a lot for a conference championship game.
Mm-hmm.
-7.
Brother BKL saying, Contreras, give the credit.
Give the credit to the
card.
Bengals. They got an outstanding dude.
They
They're in the
do.
conference championship for a
They
reason,
do.
right?
But can they withstand the Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't
Who
think.
wins?
I think the Chiefs win.
You think the Chiefs
I
win
think-
in this one? I have to agree on
here's,
that one.
here's the thing. For the other game, you have the Rams versus the 49ers. The 49ers are the Rams' kryptonite. Their running game is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
If they can somehow stop the running game, it's game over for the 49ers. Last game of the season, the Rams were clapping those cheeks, man.
Yikes.
In the first half, like straight up, and they kind of beat themselves. And then that last pick by Stafford. If Stafford keeps playing the way he's playing right now, I see the Rams beating the 49ers.
Like I said, I want Eric Weddle to succeed. I like Stafford. Some of the players on there are good. I mean, like class players. Ramsey, you got Von Miller, you got Aaron Donald.
All-stars, dude. It's insane.
It's insane. Tree Cooper.
It's all or nothing right now.
It's Jefferson is doing a great job for you guys,
And
especially after losing Woods.
OBJ is just stepping up so much, dude. Cam Akers is back. It's insane how talented this Rams team is. Jimmy G's definitely going to get sacked like 10 times again.
Break his arm again.
So I see the Rams moving to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be a rematch of the Chiefs versus the Rams. Remember that one game where they went like 53 to 50?
Yes.
This time without Jared Goff and with Matthew Stafford.
I'm down for that. I am very much down
Imagine
for
that Super Bowl. A 50-something to... Oh, my gosh, Tony. That's going to be a hell of a Super Bowl. Also, the Rams play at home, which is not really their home against the 49ers.
They had to ban the 49ers from buying tickets.
And they already lifted that. So 49ers are free to buy tickets. So it's going to be an away game. But they get a home playoff game, Super Bowl if they make it too. So it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend.
Want to do me a favor, boy?
Sure.
Want to tell them who our sponsors are?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Where are you going? Oh, Tony's leaving. Bájale poquito. That's loud. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Tony couldn't hold it, and he had to go to the bathroom. But Two Balls on the Mic. You know, we're sponsored by Tacos El Vaquero over on 3rd Avenue, right in front of 3 Punks Ales. And also a new spot in IB. Check that out, man. That restaurant's popping for Tacos El Vaquero. Not just a taco restaurant, but it also has Tostilocos, smoothies, anything you want, man. Also, we're sponsored by PB European Imports over in PB, and they have another shop somewhere that Tony knows. You need a mechanic, anything, smog check, everything, check them out. Let them know, ask for Coach Alex, let them know that you know Two Balls on the Mic, and they sent you over. They'll hook you up for sure. Yeah, Tony's going PB, man, and that's sometimes he does that. But again, shout out to every single person that's been supporting us through this podcast. I believe next week we celebrate officially 2 years, I think, or it's something in February. But again, thank you guys for listening, watching, and thank you for everyone that's kicking in on this live stream. Appreciate every single one of you.
Did you talk about Elijah Martin?
Oh, yeah. Stay tuned for the interview we did with Elijah Martin. That should be dropping sometime this week as well. We just recorded that right before this podcast.
Two Balls y Leal. If you speak Spanish, want to learn Spanish, check it out. Loyal, everything. And we got more surprises coming on down. Check it out.
Laters.
Bye. Still streaming.
Yeah. They're like, Tony going PP. Yes, he is.
I mean, we had Elijah right before. So.
What do we think about the Charlie jerseys? Bro, we dropped talked about it on previous videos, but I love it, bro. I want to see what they look like, I love it.
I saw one of them.
And Tony says we're going to like them.
Yeah.
Great stream, fellas. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for sticking the whole way through.
No, yeah, 100% love it. I think it's one of our best looking streams in a while. We have the Ethernet cable
is coming
directly
clutch, man.
plugged in.
Did it lag a little at any points for you guys? Because if so, it's your internet. No,
pretty much is.
Oh man, the live streams used to be complete crap without that, dude. Like it came clutch for sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. I gotta be up 5 a.m.
Sounds good, boy. All right, boys.
Head out.
Thank you for joining us. Hit us up on Instagram, 2 Balls, on Twitter, 2 Balls and a Mic.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.